So one day, someone looks up in the sky. They see a blue dot, and they're like, "Is that a meteorite?" People start theorizing. A few weeks later, that's obviously a meteorite. People think it's gonna hit tilted until Dusty Depot. The meteorites are coming down, and it destroys Dusty Depot instead. What? No one saw that coming. It's called Dusty Divot now. So this is what it looks like from the map perspective. Wow, that's big. That's going to be highly populated. Someone's making a movie when the meteorites come down and it explodes an entire prison, and some evil villain guy pops out of prison and starts to run away. He's like, "Yes, it's my time." And then all the heroes are like, "Oh no, what happened? Where'd he go? We need to find him." And then he goes to his evil villain base and he starts amassing an army of robot droid people. And then the heroes and the villains, they start fighting in tilted towers. Oh my god, this is so insane! And then everyone realized that it was just a movie and it wasn't an actual superhero story. Back to Dusty Divot. The government over at Dusty Divot, they're mining out the little meteorite. They mine it out a little more, and then boom! Something pops out of the meteorite. It's a man. He pops out. He runs off, tears half their facility. He goes to the movie area and makes a rocket. The rocket goes super high in the sky, and then its thrusters fall down, and then it goes high up in the sky, and starts going down and down, and it's about to hit tilted towers, and boom! It disappears. It disappears through a crack in the ground, and then it teleports up into the sky and it makes a giant crack in the sky. Then, things start appearing around the map, like this weird cart thing, and there's this little area, this little restaurant, right? You see right here, this little pizza shop? That Mascot up there? Oh, well, it got teleported away to the real world, and now it's gone. It's gone. No one knows where it went. See this place? The same thing happened. This Mascot on top of the joint, it gets teleported away into, guess where? Real life in the California desert. And everyone's like, "What the heck happened?" So some guy spray paints it. By the way, Dusty Divot has trees now. By the way, some guy spray paints it, and then he gets teleported to the Fortnite world. A real guy in Fortnite, and then a bunch of people come over to him and are like, "Hey, we can introduce you around the island. We can help you go on a road trip." And he's like, "Okay." So they go on a road trip around the island. They show the new guy around. They show him all the new places that got added. Also, a desert got teleported to the Fortnite world, and it replaced Moisty Mire, that place where the prison was. So they're just walking around doing stuff, looking at stuff, and they go, remember that movie I was talking about? They start to watch that movie. Wow. And until boom, that Mascot that I showed you the first time, it's back. And where is it? Why is it wearing those strange things on its head? Oh my god, it's an Aztec temple now. And now instead of being called Tomato Town, it's Tomato Temple. So of course the gang goes to investigate and just walk around. And then some random hobo is just like, "Hey, I can make some money off of Dusty Divot." So he does, makes Dusty Diner. Then the rift in the sky, that big teleportation thing in the sky, it starts shooting lightning down into the new desert area. It's like, and then some cube appears. Some random cube just pops out of the ground, and it's purple. And then the cube starts to move around the map, and it moves so much that the gang run into the cube, so they start playing around with it. And then one of the girls, she touches the cube and sees an evil reflection. Also, the cube is printing down these weird symbols or glyphs in the ground and making anti-gravity domes. And then the cube moved to Loot Lake, and it started melting into Loot Lake. Yeah, that's right. It started melting into Loot Lake, and instead of Loot Lake being blue, it's now purple. It's a purple lake, just like the purple cube. What the frick just happened? And also the Aurora Borealis is on that lake, purple weird lake. And now season 6 comes around. There's a giant, everything is different. Those anti-gravity zones have these weird corrupted zones, and those smaller cubes that turn you into ghosts. And there's an evil girl, and there's a floating island in the sky, island in the sky, and it's shooting lightning down into a vortex that goes like down to another dimension or something, and the cube is underneath the island, and the cube is shooting lightning down into the hole, and then it's just a giant floating island. Everyone goes to it. Everyone starts fighting at it. And there's this weird vortex, and if you jump in it, it spits you right back out like it just found out how bad broccoli tastes. See, spit you out like that. And then the island started moving. And then those weird anti-gravity domes, those corrupted suns that I just told you about, it starts lifting up those glyphs that it printed down into the ground, and it lifts them up out of the ground, and once it's done, it puts those glyphs right back down into the ground. Why is it lifting them up in the air? So it can gather energy and make little mini cubes in the middle of the island. And also, whenever the cube puts down the chunk of earth, there's a big gleam, and then everyone's going insane, and now everyone's dancing to their death. And Skull Trooper comes out, and that's when... And that's all I have for right now. That's all that has been going on right now. I'll continue making this video when Season 7 comes around. Bye.